venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. There's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone, and we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. Charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing after the interception. Franks.
This one swung out here to Jones.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On second down, it's Jones. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Setting up play action. Franks tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Pick six, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action with Franks. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On 1st down, here's Franks. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Buccaneers 7. Boy, a little panic here early. A first-quarter onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, Allen. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Frank's throw pulled in by Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Franks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Well, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Franks looking to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Franks now to throw on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Franks now. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some space here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Franks. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 8. Now Franks. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Franks. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Franks completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squib kick fielded just inside. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the gun, it's Allen. Hard throw,
Awesome applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Franks. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Franks. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Franks. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Off play action. Franks. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A first down throw. Here's Franks. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A strong running.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Four yards remain for second down. To the air, Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing is Allen on third. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that to the pitch and catch good for 11. And it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Play action. Now it's Allen. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 4.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Allen off the play fake.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10.
Let's go one more.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. On play action, Allen. And Daniels has it, left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Here we go. Check 9. Hey, watch this. Pass.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Franks. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And fights through one man. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Allen now on first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Daniels. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Looking deep for Jennings, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. It's Franks now from the shotgun. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Franks. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Darrell Daniels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Buccaneers 51, Patriots 27.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. The Franks looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Near the sideline, there's Evans. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Franks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Franks now. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. John Simon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory,
Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And Shark hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.